Hello and what is up, guys? Veryyy here and welcome back to some more automation and of course beamng.drive. Recently, turbochargers were completely revamped in the newest automation update, but has anybody really taken a look at the naturally aspirated engines? Because they are totally broken, and today's video is going to be us completely breaking automation's fuel mile per gallon calculation. So it's going to break how automation calculates fuel, and we're going to get insanely high MPG, higher than anyone has ever gotten before. What we're going to do is choose our body. First things first, we need a body that helps us get so crazy high miles per gallon, so hit crazy high fuel economy. We can choose something like this. This is like a pretty much a traditional 3-box car. It's got a drag coefficient of 0.39, which is fine. We could easily get over 1,000 miles per gallon with this thing. I guarantee it. I guarantee you can get 1,000 miles per gallon on every single car, every single body in automation. The previous record for MPG was like 600, 700 miles per gallon, but we are going to completely smash that because the game is so totally broken right now. We are shooting for around 2,000 miles per gallon. No, really, we are shooting for 2,000 miles per gallon. This game is so broken. We want the mid-engine Jaguar body, so it's going to be right here. So the mid-engine, normal Jaguar body. This is going to be a rear engine actually car. Carbon fiber, rear engine, longitudinally mounted, pushrod front, and McPherson struts in the rear. Just remember, guys, you have to go plus 15 on everything. So if you guys want to follow along, you absolutely can. This is basically recreatable with every car. I've tested it on 3 different bodies so far, totally random bodies besides this one, and all of them got well over 1,000 miles per gallon. So if you guys want to completely break automation's fuel economy ratings, well, today's your lucky day. So let's go ahead. It's going to be an inline 3. Best of the best. 5 valve per cylinder is the highest efficiency engine type. We can go for the smallest inline 3 possible. So it's going to be 295 cc's, which is smaller than pretty much any production car engine currently is. But that's what we need. We need a tiny engine. It's going to produce no power, but that doesn't actually matter. The goal is fuel economy. You want no balance shaft. We want billet steel. We want lightweight titanium, and we're going to go for low friction cast. That's an important one. Plus 15 quality, but lower the variant capacity down to 203 cubic centimeters, so even smaller. DVT all cams, plus 15. We're gonna go for direct injection. We need to have a per cylinder. I think standard mid is the best. Okay, we're gonna go for plus 15 quality. Let's go for long tube headers, and this plus 15. The smallest here. This is going to be 2,000 RPM, the highest. So basically, just make everything absolutely terrible. This is going to be 0. This is going to be, I think, 3 is what I calculated was the best. So 3. We're at 36% efficiency, which is fine. 200 octane unleaded fuel, totally realistic, guys. I assure you. 41% efficiency. This is actually higher than I've gotten in any of my testing. I don't know what I've done differently, but it's apparently higher. This is going to be even more MPG than I thought we could do. So we got to again choose our body variant here. We're going to go to the mid-engine one. Plus 15 quality, I think is going to help us with weight. It actually helps with, it actually doesn't affect weight. It affects fuel economy now, which is strange. 4-speed manual, lower the top speed down to the lowest possible. We'll go for an electric LSD, because honestly, why the heck not at this point? Radial, hard long life, 18-inch wheels is the meta so far. Carbon fiber, plus 15. Was this plus 15? Yes, okay. Carbon fiber, the smallest of the smallest. So basically, we're making the best fuel economy car ever, a Hypermiler, to beat all Hypermilers. But it's also going to be the worst car ever, because it's absolutely going to be the worst car ever. Let's go for plus 15. Let's go for plus 2 seats, basic interior, and no. I don't like this area. You have to cycle through every, like, generation. And I don't like that. Let's just keep it to that. Minus 15 there. None. We'll go for ABS, because that's nice to have. Negative 15 quality, the highest weight reduction. And we'll do front bias weight distribution because this thing's going to handle a little bit better, hopefully. Go for this. Let's do this. So right off the bat here, no tuning whatsoever. And we're getting 1,774 MPG. 1,700. And we're not even done. We are not even done. We're not optimized fully yet. We are not at my record yet, though. We aren't at the record. We need to lower sway bars down. The sway bars apparently dramatically affect fuel economy. So there's 1,814 MPG, which is pretty good. That's like, what, 50 times more than a Toyota Prius? That's like 50 times MPG more than a Toyota Prius. It's crazy. So if you actually go for single injection and variable intake, that's actually slightly higher, 43% efficiency. We're at 1,874. Okay, that's a little bit more. That's a little better. So we got that a little bit higher, and I think we are actually kind of done. Is that it? We can't actually get any higher thermal efficiency. So 1884 is actually the new top of record, which is pretty reasonable for MPG. It's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. The goal of this episode is not to make the best looking car. It's to make, like, it's to absolutely break automation. And we clearly have done that. And upon doing so, I actually found a way to get 0 MPG. 0.0 MPG. And the car still runs perfectly fine. I'm not too sure how that would work fine, but it does. It does. And that's going to be a video for another day. So what we're going to do is design this car in a time lapse. I'm going to design the absolute crap out of this car. I mean, probably not, because this car just is terrible in every way. But I really want to see how this car drives in beamng.drive, because it gets 1900 miles per gallon. I want to see if that's true. So we're going to test that and see how it does. So sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy this build time lapse. So now we are building my extreme Hypermiler that's going to get around 2,000 or so miles per gallon. What I'm doing is sort of just tweaking the style of the tires and the wheels and the spacing, which is a new feature in the newest update as far as I know. So I'm tweaking that stuff. I'm adding some sort of fender skirts on the vehicle because it's a Hypermiler, and a lot of Hypermilers do have these fender skirts to sort of cut through the wind, or help it cut through the wind at least. So I'm doing that for the rear, and I'm also going to do that for the front after I tweak the body just a little bit. This is a rather simple car, adding very simple sort of round headlights that I'll re-add later on. Tweaking the roof a little bit more. The headlights have been re-added on now, basically, and I'm just going to sort of detail them. And I'm trying to think of what should this Hypermiler really have. I had a fuel cap and a very, very small door handle, and I'm working on this front fender skirt, which I do make a little bigger later on. Now, the front end, it's a little plain. I just want to have a black sort of, you know, plastic cover, I guess is what that is, and some intakes near the wheels to help with the arrow. I suppose that's what it does, adding a little bit of an A badge for the Ultras brand, adding some detailing to the side and in the back, and adding some simple taillights but deleting them because they look kind of ugly. Adding some more taillights that look a little bit better, and we've chosen the name there, and I'm just tweaking the taillights, and I'm tweaking the taillights and the colors of the taillights, basically. Now back to the sides, back to the front, and adding a single exhaust outlet, a little pea shooter down below at the bottom, making the body some sort of brushed aluminum look, and tweaking the engine for maximum efficiency, getting the car up to around 1900 miles per gallon, which I do change after the time lapse. And in front of us is the 2020 Ultras EcoSept Max. All right. Now, the car is finally done. This is the 2020 Ultras EcoSept Max. I don't know why I said it weirdly, but I chose to say it weirdly. Anyways, okay, the car is done in front of us. It's very similar to my previous Ultras EcoSept car, but this is the Max for max miles per gallon. It gets 1,883 miles per gallon. Now it got over 1900 miles per gallon, but it's down just a little bit just because I want this car to not drive terribly, and it still drives terribly. Anyways, let's go over the fundamental specs of this car before we hop into beamng.drive. So again, guys, it costs $1.23 million. It gets 1800 MPG. It's got terrible stats. Actually, it's 2.6 sportiness now, which, you know, that's not a lot, but it's there. That's something. What else? So it can do a top speed of 30 kilometers an hour. Actually, theoretically 95 kilometers an hour, which is actually that terrible. Yeah, it's still terminally oversteered, so it's not gonna drive. It's not gonna be pretty. That's okay though. Let's go over the design real quick of the car. So there's not really a lot going on. This is the newest update for automation, so there's no mod fixtures. And I decided let's just make a very clean, sort of aerodynamic Hypermiler looking thing. It's got a door handle. It's very, very, very hard to see, but it's there. That's the door handle. The car is silver, or almost like an alloy looking, like aluminum style. And my thought process was Ultras is making a one-off roadster car, like one-off sports kind of car, and this car in particular is made out of, like, you know, just polished aluminum, something like that. It's got a sort of black in the front, the sort of black skid plate, sort of. It's just a black trim piece basically to look kind of cool. It's like a fake grill. There's no grill there. We got some intakes right there. We got these massive donk wheels which don't work very good at all, but they work there, and that's totally something. We have these fender skirts front and rear. We got small ones in the front, big ones in the rear. We got these two taillights in the back that are also the turn signals and reverse lights. So they kind of work. They work fine. Everything's fine. So what we're going to do is hop into beamng.drive. I want to see, is the EcoSept Max better than the previous EcoSept car? Probably not. It's probably going to drive even worse, but we can sure as heck try. So I'll see you guys in beamng.drive in just a sec. Alright, so we're in beamng.drive, and the taillights look kind of weird, but that's alright. The car overall looks kind of weird, actually. Yeah, no, actually everything looks kind of weird. The wheels are absolutely redonkulously large. We are at the West Coast USA drag strip because nothing that says eco-friendliness like a drag race. So we're gonna do a drag race here and see how it does. Then we'll go for our hypermiling test. So if we press start here, we can see our power and torque on the left side. We can see our 0 to 60 time, which doesn't actually matter. Oh god, the gear. That's it. That's the top of the. This is it. This is all we got. Wow.
2 hours later.
And approaching the finish line. Come on, can we beat 50 seconds? 50 seconds. No, we can't. 50.417 seconds in the quarter mile, which is a new personal best for worst time ever. Yeah, this thing is 50 seconds. I need to Google. How fast is something like a BMW iZeta? Like, how fast is that in the quarter mile? Because it can't be that bad. It can't be as bad as 50 seconds, can it? So not only is a BMW iZeta quicker in the quarter mile by about 50%, it's also got a higher top speed at 65 kilometers an hour. So it's got double the top speed of our car. Double the top speed. It's a BMW iZeta. Yeah, I don't even know anymore. You know what? We're just gonna go and test this thing's fuel economy because that's what this car is. This car is not a dragster. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'll see you guys, I guess, in like the open grid map, and we'll test the MPG there. We are in the grid map now, and I've got our trip odometer, or trip computer over here. So we've got average fuel consumption, we've got our fuel consumption. So our current fuel consumption. They're pretty much flooring it. It's getting 0. Oh, wait, is that like, if we accelerate, what happens if we accelerate? Okay. It's like 3 liters per 100 kilometers, which, yeah, that's still very, very, very good. That's like, wait, how good is that? I need to know. Hold on. Yeah, so that's like 75, 80 miles per gallon. 75 or 80 miles per gallon, accelerating. Alright, we got the cruise control on. We're going to start doing the average fuel consumption. I'll turn it off, I'll reset it, and we'll see how good it does over the computer in a few minutes. So I'm going to do this. I'll reset it right now, and we'll see how good it does in a few minutes. Alright, so we're back in Beam. We've driven a distance of around 2.1 kilometers, which is, you know, decently far. We've got an average of about 30 kilometers an hour, which is like max speed. We consumed 0.0 liters. And we consumed none. We consumed literally no fuel. At least according to this trip computer here. We probably consumed some, but like it was so inconsequential. Our current range is estimated to be infinity. I think we're gonna hop into the jump arena. We'll finish off in the jump arena. My bet is this car doesn't fly very far at all, but we'll see once we get there. Alright, so lastly, this is the jump arena. Now, I bet this car is gonna go, what, like 50 meters, 100 meters, maybe the jump arena. We'll do that. We'll see how it jumps. Before we jump off the jump arena, though, I just want to give a huge shout out to the channel members. These are people who have went above and beyond to support the channel and continue to do so. Big shout out to my boy Ruben for being a big boy turbo member. Thanks to Chellerson, DD Man, and Undertaker for being quad turbo members. And thanks to my twin turbo members and everyone else as well. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate you guys. Wait, what? What was that? Wait, let's put it neutral. Starter sound. That was weird. The starter sound continued on for some reason. Wait, this car turns to the right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's just hold it. Just hold it in neutral. Put the clutch in. Yep, it's fine. Range is still at infinity, guys. Not bad. The wheels are shaking though a little bit. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. 200. About 200. Oh god, my steering wheel is not attached to my desk, so it's freaking out. I did not plan for this at all, clearly. Overall, I give it 2 thumbs up. Let's turn the car off because it sounds very loud. But yeah, that was the EcoSept Max. Again, I'm not sure why I say it like that. If you guys want to see more automation content, check out my channel. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. and make sure to join my Discord, link in the description. So thank you so much, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.